Hey guys, I'm Nikki
and I'm Gabi,
and you're watching DIY or DI Don't. This is a show where we test crazy DIY projects and see if they actually work.
So I found this super cool tutorial online how to make glow-in-the-dark chalk.
That sounds so cool, and I'm really excited to see if it's a DIY or a DI Don't. I could see it really working, but I could also see it being really messy and not working if we do one little thing wrong in the steps. So let's get into it and test this DIY chalk.
All you're gonna need is a bowl, a spoon, plaster of Paris, glow-in-the-dark or fluorescent paint, water, ice cube trays, and cooking spray.
So first things first, we are going to first pour the water into the bowl, and we're gonna pour it about halfway. And then we are going to take our paint, and it's a really pretty mint green blue color, and we're just going to take off the lid and pour about half of it into the water. So we're just gonna like whisk it as if we were making scrambled eggs. So now we are going to take our plaster of Paris, and we're going to add some to the mixture.
2 big spoonfuls.
And we wanna make it the consistency of peanut butter.
So it's not the consistency of peanut butter, so we're going to need to take maybe 2 more scoops or 1 scoop, depending on how thick it gets.
There's no set rules on the amounts that we add, so we're just gonna add some more paint to give it a more pretty mint color, because right now it's looking a bit gray. I would have loved to know how to do this when I was a kid. I would have loved to make my own chalk. It would have made the chalk so much better. Like, because I made it. Like, once it was done and it worked, I'd be like, this chalk is the best chalk ever because I made it. But right now, it's about the consistency we want it. Now we are going to do the same thing we did with the blue and do it for the 2 other colors, the pink and the yellow. And then we are going to pour it into cups.
All right, so before we put these other colors into the tray, we're gonna spray this with Pam so that it doesn't stick.
So now we're just going to add our other colored mixtures. This is the pink and that's the yellow. And we're just gonna add them into the ice cube tray. This is so cool.
This looks like food.
It looks like a milkshake. I think this could work. I've made bath bombs before, and it's kind of like the same idea. You make a consistency and then you put it into a mold and then you put it into like a fridge or freezer, and it worked for me. So I think this is kind of like the same idea. I don't think this will glow in the dark, but we'll see. Maybe I could be wrong. So now we're going to finish filling the ice cube tray, and then we're gonna let it sit and we'll see if it actually worked. So we put our ice cube tray in the freezer so that way they could dry quicker. You can either let it sit overnight or sit in the freezer for a few hours. And this is what our chalk ended up looking like.
It looks kind of cool.
It does kind of look like chalk, so I'm really excited to see if it glows in the dark. So let's try it out. Here. Oh my goodness,
Oh,
it looks like chalk. This is
I don't think
so
it worked,
cool.
though.
I'm gonna grab this fluorescent light bulb so we can actually test it and see if they glow in the dark. Okay, ready? The black light is turned on.
Okay, so let's hit the lights.
What? This works?
That is so cool.
Oh my God, I cannot believe we just made glow in the dark chalk. I didn't think it was gonna work, to be honest. So I think that the pin on Pinterest was a bit deceiving just because it's not necessarily glow in the dark chalk, it's black light activated. I thought the black light was really cool. If you're having like a black light party or like doing something with black lights, it's a cool project to do. This will unfortunately be a DI Don't for me. What about you?
Same.
Yeah, I think it's a DI Don't.
I think
But
it's a waste of time because...
Gabi! What did you just do?
all I did was touch it.
Which DIY projects do you want to see us test? If you've seen anything on the internet and you want to know if it works, comment down below and we'll test it out.
Make sure to click around to see our other DIY DI Don't videos, and if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to AwesomenessTV.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.